Urashima Tarō is a fisherman who one day encounters a large turtle being tormented by children. He takes pity on the turtle and releases it back into the sea. Some time later, the turtle reappears and invites Tarō to ride on its back to Ryūgū-jō, the Dragon Palace, a magnificent underwater kingdom. In the palace, Tarō is welcomed by Otohime, the beautiful princess of the sea, who thanks him for saving the turtle, who is actually her servant, and he spends what he believes to be a few days in the palace enjoying the hospitality, music, and dancing that has been offered. Before leaving, Otohime gives Tarō a mysterious box called a tamatebako. She instructs him never to open it. He promises and returns to his village on the turtle's back. When Tarō arrives home, he finds that everything has been changed. His home is gone, his family is gone, and no one recognizes him. He learns that hundreds of years have passed while he was in the Dragon Palace, and overwhelmed with grief and confusion, he forgets Otohime's warning and opens the tamatebako. A puff of white smoke emerges, and Tarō instantly ages into an old man, realizing that the box contained his accumulated age. Urashima Taro's initial act of kindness sets the stage for the entire narrative. His decision to help the turtle, despite the potential ridicule or disapproval of the other children, demonstrates his compassionate nature. This simple act of empathy and intervention is what earns him the invitation to the Dragon Palace and the subsequent experiences that shape his destiny. The encounter with the turtle is not just a chance meeting, it is a test of character, revealing Taro's inherent goodness and setting him apart from the other villagers. The turtle itself is a significant symbol in Japanese folklore, often associated with longevity, wisdom, and good fortune. Its appearance in the story foreshadows the extraordinary events that are about to unfold in Taro's life. The turtle's transformation into Otohime's servant further emphasizes the otherworldly nature of the encounter, hinting at the existence of a hidden world beyond human comprehension. The initial interaction between Tarō and the turtle is therefore crucial for establishing the magical and fantastical elements of the story. The act of releasing the turtle back into the sea can be interpreted as a symbolic act of returning something to its natural state. Tarō is not seeking any reward for his kindness. He simply wants to alleviate the turtle's suffering. This selfless act is what makes him worthy of the turtle's gratitude and the invitation to the Dragon Palace. The encounter with the turtle is therefore not just a plot device, it is a moral lesson about the importance of compassion and the rewards of selfless action. The scene with the children tormenting the turtle also highlights the contrast between Taro's compassionate nature and the cruelty that can sometimes be found in the human world. This contrast further emphasizes the significance of Taro's act of kindness and sets him apart as a virtuous character. The encounter with the turtle is therefore not just a simple event, it is a crucial moment that reveals Taro's true character and sets the stage for his extraordinary journey. The turtle's reappearance and invitation to the Dragon Palace marks Taro's entry into a realm beyond human experience. The Dragon Palace, a magnificent underwater kingdom, is a place of wonder and enchantment, filled with treasures, music, and beautiful things. This otherworldly realm represents a departure from the ordinary world, a place where time and reality operate according to different rules. The invitation to the Dragon Palace is therefore not just a journey to a physical location, it is a journey into the realm of the fantastic. Otohime, the princess of the sea, welcomes Tarō with open arms, expressing her gratitude for his kindness towards her servant. Her beauty and grace further emphasizes the otherworldly nature of the Dragon Palace. The hospitality and entertainment that Tarō receives in the palace are a reward for his good deed, a testament to the importance of compassion and generosity. The time he spends in the palace is a period of joy and wonder, a stark contrast to the harsh realities of the human world. The Dragon Palace is often depicted as a place of eternal youth and happiness where time flows differently than in the mortal world. This concept of time dilation is a key element of the myth, explaining why so much time passes in the human world while Tarō believes he's only spent a few days in the palace. The Dragon Palace is therefore not just a physical location, it is a symbol of a timeless and idyllic realm, a place where the cares and worries of the human world cease to exist. The invitation to the Dragon Palace is not just a reward, it is also a test. Tarō is given the opportunity to experience a world beyond human comprehension, a world of magic and wonder. His time in the palace prepares him for the inevitable return to the human world and the challenges that await him. The invitation to the Dragon Palace is therefore a crucial stage in Taro's journey, a period of enchantment and preparation for the harsh realities of the mortal world. Otohime's gift of the tamatebako, the mysterious box, adds a layer of complexity to the story. Her explicit instruction not to open it creates a sense of foreboding and foreshadows the tragic consequences that await Tarō upon his return. The tamatebako becomes a symbol of forbidden knowledge or of the dangers of unchecked curiosity. It's similar to Pandora's box in Greek mythology. The warning not to open it is a test of Taro's self-control and his ability to resist temptation. Taro's return to his village is a jarring experience, a stark contrast to the idyllic world he left behind. The passage of hundreds of years has transformed everything he knew. His home, his family, and his community are all gone, replaced by a world he no longer recognizes. This experience emphasizes the theme of loss and change, highlighting the inevitable nature of time's passage and the difficulty of returning to the past. The journey to the village is therefore not a physical journey, it is a journey into a changed world, a world that has moved on without Tarō. Overwhelmed by his grief and confusion, Tarō succumbs to temptation and opens the tamatebako. The puff of white smoke that emerges symbolizes the release of his accumulated age, instantly transforming him into an old man. This tragic ending underscores the consequences of disobedience and the dangers of tampering with forces far beyond human comprehension. The opening of the tamatebako is therefore not just a simple act. It's a symbolic act of accepting the consequences of his actions and acknowledging the irreversible nature of time. The tamatebako and the return to the village serve as a powerful reminder of the ephemeral nature of human life and the inevitability of change. Taro's experience highlights the importance of cherishing the present moment and accepting the passage of time. The tamatebako is therefore not just a mysterious box, it is a symbol of the consequences of curiosity and the irreversible nature of time's passage. The myth of Urashima Tarō is one of the earliest and most prominent examples of time dilation in folklore. The concept of time passing differently in otherworldly realms compared to the mortal world is a recurring theme in mythology and folklore across various cultures. This theme explores the idea that time is not a uniform and constant force, but rather a relative phenomenon that can be influenced by different environments and circumstances. In Taro's case, the experience in the Dragon Palace perfectly illustrates this concept, as he perceives only a few days passing while hundreds of years elapse in the human world. The concept of otherworldly realms, such as the Dragon Palace, is also common in folklore. These realms are often depicted as palaces of magic, wonder, and enchantment where the laws of nature are suspended and the impossible becomes possible. These realms represent a departure from the ordinary world, a place where humans can encounter extraordinary beings and experience extraordinary events. The Dragon Palace in the Urashima Tarō myth serves as a prime example of such a realm, a place of timeless beauty and enchantment. The juxtaposition of the otherworldly realm and the mortal world highlights the contrast between the timeless nature of the fantastic and the ephemeral nature of human life. Taro's return to his village emphasizes the inevitability of change and the difficulty of returning to the past. The myth explores the tension between the desire for eternal youth and happiness and the acceptance of the passage of time. The theme of time dilation in otherworldly realms in the Urashima Tarō myth has had a lasting influence on Japanese literature, art, and pop culture. The story has been adapted into various forms of media, including no plays, kabuki theater, and anime, and continues to resonate with audiences across generations. The myth's exploration of time, loss, and the nature of reality continues to be a source of fascination and inspiration. Urashima Taro's journey to the Dragon Palace is directly linked to his act of kindness towards the turtle. His compassion and his willingness to help a creature in need are rewarded with an invitation to a magical realm and the hospitality of a beautiful princess. This element of the myth emphasizes the importance of gratitude and the idea that good deeds are often rewarded, even in unexpected ways. Taro's experience serves as a moral lesson, highlighting the value of empathy and selfless action. The reward that Tarō receives is not material wealth or worldly power, but rather an experience of wonder and enchantment. His time in the Dragon Palace is a period of joy and happiness, a respite from the cares and worries of the human world. This type of reward emphasizes the importance of intangible values such as kindness, compassion, and appreciation for beauty. The myth suggests that true rewards are not always material, but can also be found in the experiences that enrich the soul. The theme of gratitude is also emphasized by Otohime's welcoming reception of Tarō. She expresses her sincere thanks for his kindness towards her servant, demonstrating the importance of acknowledging and appreciating the good deeds of others. This element of the myth reinforces the idea that acts of kindness create a positive ripple effect, benefiting not only the recipient, but also the giver and those connected to them. The connection between Taro's act of kindness and his subsequent reward reinforces the moral message of the myth. It suggests that good deeds are not only intrinsically valuable, but also have the potential to lead to unexpected blessings. This theme of gratitude and reward continues to resonate with audiences, making the Urashima Tarō myth a timeless story with enduring moral value. The most poignant aspect of the Urashima Tarō myth is its portrayal of loss, change, and the passage of time. Taro's return to his village and his discovery that hundreds of years have passed is a deeply moving and tragic moment. Everything he knew and loved is gone, replaced by a world he no longer recognizes. His family, his friends, his home, all have vanished, leaving him alone and adrift in a changed world. This experience poignantly emphasizes the inevitable nature of change and the difficulty, if not impossibility, of returning to the past. The theme of loss is central to the myth's emotional impact. Taro's loss is not just the loss of physical possessions or familiar surroundings, it is the loss of his entire world, his connection to his past, and his sense of belonging. This profound sense of loss resonates with audiences because it reflects the universal human experience of change and the inevitable passage of time. The myth reminds us that nothing stays the same forever and that we must learn to accept the changes that come with time. The myth's depiction of change is not simply about the passage of time, it is also about the transformation of society and culture. The world Tarō returns to is vastly different from the one he left behind. New generations have risen, new customs have emerged, and the world has moved on without him. This highlights the dynamic nature of human society and the constant process of change that shapes our world. The myth encourages us to reflect on the ways in which our own world changes over time and the challenges of adapting to these changes. The combination of loss and change in the Urashima Tarō myth creates a powerful and enduring message about the nature of time and the human experience. The story reminds us that time is a relentless force that cannot be stopped or reversed. It encourages us to cherish the present moment and to accept changes that come with the passage of time. The myth's enduring popularity is a testament to its profound exploration of these universal themes. The tamatebako, the mysterious box, serves as a powerful symbol of forbidden knowledge and the dangers of unchecked curiosity. Otohime's explicit instruction not to open the box creates a sense of mystery and intrigue, immediately raising questions about its contents and the consequences of disobedience. The tamatebako becomes a test of Taro's self-control, a temptation that he ultimately can't resist. The theme of forbidden knowledge is a recurring motif in mythology and folklore across various cultures. Stories like Pandora's Box or Adam and Eve explore the consequences of seeking knowledge that is deemed off limits. The tamatebako in the Urashima Tarō myth follows this tradition, warning against the dangers of tampering with forces beyond human comprehension. The box represents the unknown, the mysteries of the universe that are best left undisturbed. Taro's decision to open the tamatebako, driven by grief and confusion, highlights the human tendency to seek answers even when faced with warnings. His curiosity overcomes his obedience, leading to his tragic transformation. This emphasizes the importance of respecting boundaries and heeding warnings even when the reasons behind them are not fully understood. The opening of the tamatebako is therefore not just a simple act, it is a symbolic act of succumbing to temptation and facing the consequences of disobedience. The tamatebako and its contents also serve as a metaphor for the irreversible nature of time. The puff of white smoke that emerges from the box represents the release of Taro's accumulated age, instantly transforming him into an old man. This tragic ending underscores the consequences of trying to tamper with time and the impossibility of reversing its effects. The tamatebako is therefore not just a mysterious object, it is a symbol of the irreversible nature of time and the consequences of unchecked curiosity. The box represents the price one pays for disregarding warnings and attempting to control the uncontrollable.